All right, we're looking at some quadratic applications. Applications of quadratic equations. All right, so here we go. First off, we got Cynthia here wants to buy a rug for her room. And her room, it says, is 18 by 28. You see the picture over here, 18 by 28. She wants to leave a uniform strip of floor around the rug. So this rug's going to go down, and she wants to leave a uniform strip. Let me draw it over because I'm not sure if that picture looks very good. So here's what it's going to look like. The rug is going to be in the room like this. And this needs to be uniform going around, this strip around the rug. Okay, she can afford to buy 200 square feet. So this rug is 200 square feet. What dimensions should the rug have? Okay, well, this is 28. This is 18. Okay, well, it looks to me like the rug, if we look at the length of this rug here, it would be 28 minus these two widths right here, which would be, we'll just let that be x. That's x going around because this needs to be the same. So my length is going to be 28 minus those two x's. Okay, the width right here is the same thing. It's going to be 18 right here minus these two x's. So the width is going to be 18 minus 2x's. And there's my length and width. Well, if I multiply those, that should equal the area of 200. So 28 minus 2x times 18 minus 2x equals 200. Okay? So let's do our FOIL method here. 28 times 18 is 504. And then negative 2 times 18 is negative 36x. And then minus 56x. And then plus 4x squared. All right, that's what I get when I do FOIL method. Now this is quadratic because see, I've got x squared. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, man. All right, so let me reiterate. Didn't have it on there. I do FOIL method, which I get this. Okay. Well, that equals 200. And this is quadratic because I've got x squared. So I'm going to minus 200 on both sides to make this equal 0. Okay. And now I've got 4x squared first. I've got negative 36 plus negative 56. That is negative 92x. And then I got 504 minus 200, which would be 304. And there you go. I need to solve this quadratic equation. All right, so we'll do the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. My a is 4, so it goes here and here. My b is negative 92, and my c is 304. All right, so there's three things we do first here. That two negatives makes the positive 92. Down here, 2 times 4 is 8. And my radical, let's see here. I'm going to punch this in. Okay, it's 3,600. All right, let's do the square root of that. I think it's a perfect square. I think it's 60, I believe. Well, I'm pretty sure it's 60. I hit a button wrong. Yep. All right, so that means this is 92 plus or minus 60 divided by 8. All right, so if I do 92 plus 60, that's 152. 152 divided by 8 is 19. All right, 92 minus 60 is 32 divided by 8, which would be 4. There's my two answers. But here's the thing. That's the space between the rug and the wall here. And I can't have 19. Because like right here, this width right here is only 18. How can this how can this distance right here on each side be 19? So this 19 would be out. That's going to cause negatives and stuff, which makes sense as far as what the numbers work out, but it doesn't make sense as far as having a negative distance. Here's what we got right here. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 4 going all the way around it. So that's my uniform distance between the wall and the rug. All right, well, the question is asking what's the length and the width. So if I put 4 in here for x, 28 minus 8 would be 20. 18 minus 8 would be 10. And there you go. There's your length and your width. Okay. Now, number 9 here. A can of beans has surface area 366 square centimeters. Its height is 18. What's the radius? Okay, now look here. Here's this can of beans. Okay. Now the surface area is the area of all your surfaces. Well, this thing has a circle on the top, it's got a circle on the bottom, and it's got this side piece that goes around through here, which if I cut it right here and fold it out, that's going to make a rectangle. So I have a rectangle and 2 circles. All right, this rectangle, how tall is it? What's the tallness of this can, which it says right there is 18. How long is this rectangle? Well, it goes around this circle here, which is the circumference. The circumference is pi times radius, 2 pi r. That's what I meant to put. I was going to put pi d, but it's 2 pi r. So that's what this is. That's the circumference of the circle. So if I multiply those, I get 36 pi r. That's the area of that rectangle. Okay, well, what about my 2 circles over here? All right, area of a circle is pi r squared. And I have 2 of those, so that's going to be plus 2 pi r squared. And there's my surface area. It's going to be the area of this rectangle plus the 2 circles. Okay, well, according to the problem, it says the area is 366, so this should equal 366. Okay, well, minus 366 on both sides. Because this is quadratic, we got to set it equal to 0. So this is going to be put in descending order 2 pi r squared plus 36 pi r minus 366 equals 0. And there's my equation I need to solve by using the quadratic formula. Okay, so let's do that then. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, my a in this is 2 pi. My b is 36 pi. And my c is negative 366. Okay. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3 things to do. So x equals, all right, this is going to be negative 36 pi plus or minus in the radical. Which actually, if you have a calculator like this right here, you could type that whole thing in. So I'm just going to type it all in. The radical, in parentheses, 36 pi, in parentheses, squared, minus 4 times 2 pi, okay, in parentheses, negative 366. Okay, so this is gone because I used it on the calculator. This is 148.2888 divided by 2 times 2 pi is 4 pi. I just punch these in, so like, all right, now we'll notice this. Negative 36 pi minus that is going to be negative, divided by 4 pi is going to be a negative answer. So I'm not going to do the minus one because that's going to give me a negative answer. But the positive one, right here, I've got negative 36 pi plus 148.2888, hit enter, and then divide by I gotta put this in parentheses. 4 pi. 2.8. There's an answer. See, it says round it 2 places, but that's a 0, and this 0 makes that 0 stay, so 2.8. Okay. Now, one last one we're going to do, and this one here I might need to draw it over. We've got this square property. Square lawn has 242 square feet. A sprinkler placed at the center of the lawn sprays water in a circular pattern that just covers the lawn. What's the radius of the circle? So see, we have this sprinkler here, and it shows it coming here to this edge of the circle, but it'd be best going to this corner down here where all 3 of these would meet. Okay. Now, if I continue that this way, it would meet up there and do the same thing, but here's the issue now. That's my radius. That gives me this right triangle, which is what I can use to solve this thing. Okay, now this square lawn has area 242. So, I don't know if I know the square root of 242. All right, it's decimal, so we'll just put, this is square root of 242, and this is the square root of 242. And I've got 2 r's right here. So here you go, I can do the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So now this one here really is not quadratic, to be honest. So I got radical 242 squared plus radical 242 squared equals my c, which is 2 r's. So I got 2 r's squared. I got this r plus this r, which is 2r. So these cancel. These cancel. And then I square this, so it's going to be 2 squared, which is 4, and r squared. Okay. And now that's going to be 484 equals 4r squared. And we'll divide by 4 on both sides. So 121 equals r squared. If I do the square root, I get plus or minus 11. But now we can't have negative 11 distance, so the negative's out. It's just 11. The radius is 11. Okay? So that's how you do that. All right, so that's quadratic applications. And hopefully this helps. If you need any more help, contact me, okay? Have a great day.